I feel yoga has helped me at multiple levels. If I never realized my breathing was so shallow, but when I attended first pranayam session here, I was shocked that I was not able to deep breathe.
You know, a lot of people tell me that Sharat, the yoga classes are very boring.
If we do Surya Namaskar properly, they are so powerful in everything. When I started practicing, the teachers, their attitude, and they want the betterment of the student. I also want to say AthaYog follows a 360-degree fitness approach.
Namaste everyone and greetings from AthaYog. We're going to be starting our podcast series basically on a journey to explore about how students' transformation has been through yoga and how AthaYog has helped them transform themselves. And we're going to be getting different students from AthaYog here on the show and be able to get insights from them, how yoga has helped them personally, how it has helped them professionally, what are their goals when it comes to yoga, what was their journey into coming into yoga practice, and how they intend to explore that aspect of yoga for them. And today we have one of our very regular yoga practitioner, Shruti, with us today on the show. And today we're going to just get to understand her and about what her journey has been in yoga and how AthaYog has helped her coming into this space. So Shruti, let's get to it. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Shruti. I am a homemaker. I am a fitness enthusiast.
Okay.
And I love practicing different forms of fitness routines.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the fitness routines you
I like
practice?
body weight training, little
Okay.
bit of gymnastics, and occasionally I'd like to do dance and weight training.
Right. So where do you get the time to do all of
So
this?
I don't do everything every day, but I do yoga every day.
Okay.
I come here every day. Other things once a week or twice a week I try to
Right.
do.
But why yoga every day? Why not everything or all of the others every day?
Because I feel yoga has helped me at multiple levels. From the time I have started coming here, I have seen a lot of changes. I was so prone to injuries, like sometimes a hamstring pull, a catch here and there. Everything has just vanished after I have started coming. Also, my performance, which was stagnant in other forms of exercises which I do, has also improved a lot after yoga.
Okay.
That is why.
Great. So when was the first time you ever practiced yoga?
I started practicing here only. That was in October last year, so it's more than a year now.
So before that you didn't practice yoga anywhere?
Maybe 3-4 years back,
Okay.
little bit Surya Namaskar, maybe couple of classes.
So what was your first ever class? When was the first time you ever practiced yoga in your life?
In my life, maybe now I'm coming here for 2 years, so maybe 4-5 years back.
4-5 years back was
Yeah,
the first time you did it.
yeah.
Okay, great. And why did you do yoga that time back then?
Because the place where I used to work out, they had various kind of group classes, and yoga was one of it, like dance class. So I just attended a session.
Okay, very nice. So what was the first things that you learned when you went to the yoga class?
Breathing.
Breathing. Okay.
Never realized my breathing was so shallow, but when I attended first pranayam session here, I was shocked that I was not able to deep breathe,
Okay.
which has drastically improved in last 1 year.
Got it.
Yeah.
Great. So when it comes to, staying so motivated, a lot of people tell me that Sharat, the yoga classes are very boring or, it's very repetitive in nature. We do just the same Surya Namaskaras or same asanas again and again. But here we have you who's a person who never skips yoga class, right? You almost come to the entire week. I've seen you come twice a day at some occasions. What motivates you to come here so often, or do you think it's really, boring in that aspect?
Yes, we may feel that Surya Namaskars are very repetitive. It is good for warm up and all, but what my experience is, if we do Surya Namaskar properly, they are so powerful in everything. They will improve the flexibility, strength, stress release, everything. I have seen a lot of improvement doing Ashtanga A, Ashtanga B, and Shivananda Surya Namaskars. My strength has improved greatly.
Yeah. So that's one thing. There are so many different types of Surya Namaskaras. In fact, that was something that I even told in my class the other day, that, there was a student who said that, it's very repetitive. It's the same thing over and over again. But, I told them to just question themselves back. Even if you did it like, let's say 10 times, how many times did you do it properly?
Exactly.
With the right breathing, with the right alignments, with the correct pace that is involved in the practice.
Yes.
So in that way, I find it very challenging that people find it boring to help them understand that no, it's not just that. So I think, what is your take on that? A lot of people think that yoga is only the physical aspect. Has yoga helped you beyond flexibility, beyond working on doing a advanced asana or something? How else is yoga helped?
Definitely, yes, of course. Flexibility, strength building, toning up, everything yoga has helped me. But my husband says I have become more calm and patient.
So if your husband is saying that, we have to take that, right? Great.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And I myself feel it has helped me so much in stress management. I feel so relaxed after a session,
Okay.
be it power yoga or sound meditation, anything. I feel relaxed after every session.
Okay. So you told about a very important aspect and a very concerning aspect, stress management.
Yeah.
So what are the things that stress you out?
Day-to-day activities, something which everything cannot go in our favor, and as we have planned the day, things go up and down during the day, and I was a person who was like not so patient and getting upset over small things if it is not going as per what I had thought.
Right.
But now I have just become so much calm and composed.
Very nice. So I truly believe that stress is something inevitable.
Yes.
Everyone is prone to it.
Yes, yes.
May it be, in spite our profession, in spite our age, it is something that is very common to us. And all of us heed to that, certain way of stress management. And I'm sure, you found not just physical, but also mental benefits of, managing stress better and being able to, get more acceptance at that level. So very nice. Also, there is this angle of spirituality that comes to yoga.
Yes.
What is your take on that?
So I am surprised that I have started doing meditation now.
Okay.
Which so many of my friends were doing and they told me it's really nice, you should start, but I never did it. But recently I have started sitting in meditative postures for some time during the day, and it helps us in spiritual growth also, definitely.
How often do you do meditation?
Every day.
Every day. Wow,
Yeah.
that's okay. And how long do you sit? Just if I have to know, as a teacher,
Yes, yes.
if I need to know, how
Yes.
long do you sit?
I have started few days back. I try to concentrate for 10 minutes as of now.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Good. Wonderful. And along with that, the classes that
Along with that, the classes, yes.
Wonderful. Okay. So, these are all the things that, has helped you in yourself, your transformation and so on. But now let's look at the counterpart. You mentioned about your husband had identified certain things. Like that, how else has it changed, the surrounding space? Let's say you're a homemaker. How do you deal things with at home? How do you deal things with other individuals? And, of course, in this very fast-paced life, how has yoga been reflecting in that area of your life?
I think I have become less judgmental now.
Okay.
And I believe, and I have started feeling that everybody is going through their own level of stress and struggles. So if somebody whom I meet is not very pleasant on that particular day, I don't mind it so much now. Earlier, I think I was very sensitive and, it used to hit me a lot.
Okay.
But now I give that benefit of doubt and I'm like, okay, it's a bad day for somebody, so just let it be.
Got it. So
It's helped me a lot.
you've become more observative in nature.
Observative and more empathetic, I feel.
Very nice. So, actually, these are actually good results.
Yes.
As per what yoga says, it says that doesn't just transform you at the physical level.
Yes.
It transforms you at the mental level, the emotional level, at the spiritual level. as well. So in that sense, the existence, among this world becomes much more easier.
Yes.
There's a lot of context where, even if you have to fight a battle, it's more safer to fight a battle when you're protected with a fort around you. Yes. And I feel that yoga is something that is, that fort that we can protect ourselves physically, mentally, and also, emotionally.
Yes, definitely.
And so how was yoga introduced to you? What was the first ever yoga class? Was it online? Did you do it in a center? Or was it a personal training class?
I want to tell my experience of why I joined here.
Yes, sure. Why not? I'd be happy to know that. Yeah.
So I used to cross this place, and yoga, I was always like, okay, as you said, many people say that, oh, it is boring and I don't want to do. I was of the same mindset. So I was just doing weight training in the gym, and I was doing a deadlift, and I got a very bad pull. And somebody told me, I think you are getting extremely inflexible. You have to start yoga. So I thought, okay, this is closest. So why not?
You're so good in class.
Because I am so regular. Consistency is the key.
Good.
Consistency is the key. One day you will not see the result, 2 days, 10 days, maybe a month, but internally we are changing. And suddenly it will show one day.
I'm sure. At least I'm happy. See, the only thing that makes a coach happy is to see the students every day, to see them progress every day. And that's what gives us happiness. There's nothing more than that. Our goal is to always ensure that the student is able to, one, perform to their own optimal level, and to also be able to surpass what the coach is able to do.
Yes.
Right? So that is, when we see students like you, it really makes us very happy. And trust me, when we have our discussions, when we see, like say when we had to give the practitioner of the month, we really do consider who's been the most regular, what was the motivation for them to come in. And your name has come up so many times. And all of our teachers really feel that you are an excellent practitioner.
Oh, thank you.
Coming here, that's the word that you just said. The consistency without break. I'm sure even when you're traveling, how do you deal it in that sense? When you travel or when you're not able to come here, when you're busy, what do you do to make sure that your yoga practice happens?
Sir, I have learned so much here that I know what all to do. I will do a little bit of Surya Namaskar, but itself is more than enough.
I'm so happy to hear.
Yeah.
In fact, that's the vision of AthaYog. The AthaYog's vision statement itself is to educate and illuminate. Right?
Yes.
So our students should not just come here with an intention to just come practice and go back, sweat it out. But what you just said, that tomorrow, even when you're not able to come to this space, you know what to do.
Yeah.
That's the knowledge sharing that has happened through this space. We're so happy to hear that. And I mean, at least when it's happened to one student, I'm sure it's also happened to others as well. What do you think about the community? How important is community for you to grow in a yogic way?
It is extremely important because we get motivated seeing each other, and we feel very happy. If somebody is doing better than us, it is a motivation. Somebody is coming regularly, it motivates us. Okay, I should also make time for it.
True.
So it is very motivating to practice in a group. I also want to say AthaYog follows a 360-degree fitness approach, which has helped me a lot. We want to build the strength, you want stress management, you want toning up, you want cost flexibility, anything, and we have sessions here.
So that's one thing that we've kept constant about AthaYog. Whatever we do here, first of all, comes from a very authentic source, right? Whether it's asanas or the style of practice that is given, we can trace it back to some lineage, or if not a lineage, we can trace it back to a scientific evidence that it is good or it is proven to be better to do this. See, yoga is a science that is 5,000 years old or so, and we're trying to bridge the gap, right? With so much lost in between, transformed in between, changed in between. But still, what keeps us a class apart is that we still stick to the original books of records, right? And modify it just to the level where it is acceptable even by the books, where we can, be able to do it more comfortably through use of, let's say props or lesser duration and so on. But nonetheless, we don't want to disturb the essence of the practice, which has been the core of AthaYog's teachings, right? Which is why probably you're seeing results this good. Yet otherwise it would not have been this evident.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is again a reassuring thing for us that we are doing the right thing, that we're teaching the right thing.
Yes.
Every week when we teachers sit down and we try to discuss, okay, what will we do this month? Should we work on a certain thing? We consider so many things, about how the weather is, how is the traffic condition. If people are traveling, what is their mindset? When they are in town, what is the mindset? During the festival time, they become very irregular. During, so past few days, because of the New Year, classes are packed, literally there's no place to even walk around with the mats around. So this is a mindset where people are very motivated. And that's how, we have to, push them with the classes, and how teachers plan a class for them, end to end, give them a different experience every time. So that's a lot of work that goes into making sure that this progress is visible in our students, and especially in the group class, right? Because that's a space where teacher cannot go individually, but has a very small piece of time to go speak to someone, tell them to do this, and again go to somebody else. When it's personal training, it's more, trackable. They're right in front of you every day for 1 hour. But in group class, it's not the same thing. So those are the few challenges that we face. Even if we want to give the progress faster, the student should be in a position to accept it, both in time-wise and in terms of their capabilities. That's one thing. What do you think about the teaching here at AthaYog?
Teaching here is very friendly, I feel. All the teachers are very good and they are very supportive. They are always there to help. That is my experience. That is why we could grow so much.
Right.
Teachers are amazing.
Very nice. Good to know that.
And they are very well planned for the class.
Right.
Very well planned, and the classes are very organized.
Shruti, this is one thing that I want to, kind of get to know from my students. See, when you think of a yoga teacher, what do you think is the basic qualification they need to have before they call themselves a yoga teacher?
A basic qualification, I think they should be able, of course, they should be well versed with all the asanas and everything. I think they should be able to judge in the sense, not in a negative way, but where the student stands in terms of their yoga journey. And from there, because all of us in a group class are at very different levels.
Got it.
So to take from somebody who is at level 1 to 2 and somebody who is at 10 to 11, that I think that quality a yoga teacher should have.
Okay. So you're not worried about, if they're certified by any institution, or do they have the right, say for example, if I want to be a maths teacher, I should have a maths degree, right? So like that, have you ever thought that, a yoga teacher should, probably have at least a certificate or, let's say a degree because they're teaching you something?
I feel that when we go for a degree, it is a lot theoretical. I feel for a teacher, it is very important for them to practice it themselves every day. Because when we practice, we come to know why somebody is not able to do, for example, if you're doing inversion, if you're doing headstand, if we ourselves have learned it and practiced it, it is very easy to see and find out why the other person is not able to.
Very true,
And especially when we go to advanced asanas and all, it becomes even more critical. So I feel degree, I am not that bothered about degree, as long as the teacher is a self-practitioner and they know why the person is stuck and what is the reason, how to open, what has to be worked on, and how to take them forward.
Okay, got it. When it comes to, let's say certain criterias, okay, let's say before you chose AthaYog as a place that you want to go and practice, what were the criterias that you checked off before you, came and paid your money here?
Okay. One good thing about AthaYog is they allow trial sessions.
Trial, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very important.
That's very
you need
important.
to get to try what we're giving you. Absolutely. What is it?
And best thing is you have variety of classes. As I said, power yoga, from meditation to power yoga, everything is covered. That is what I like about this place.
Right.
So if one day I am very tired and I don't want to do anything, okay, I may just come and do yoga and go.
But still you ensure you do some practice.
Yes, I do some practice.
That's very nice. Okay, good. So the variety of classes.
Variety of classes, yes, and which I did not find in any other place actually.
Okay. Right.
So that is what I like the most. And when I started practicing, the teachers, their attitude, and they want the betterment of the student. They're very happy when we are doing good. They're very encouraging. So I just come. I like coming here every day. Yoga has become a lifestyle now.
Very nice.
Yeah, it completely. After yoga, my day is done.
Very nice. Great. So, I would just want to kind of like understand, what was the biggest stigma in your mind about yoga?
I used to think it is boring. Because I was too much into weight training, and we will put a loud music and we will chit chat and we'll work out. I used to be in that kind of environment and that kind of fitness routine. So yoga, I always felt I may not like it. It is very boring. Over the years, I realized that how important it is. I wish I should have started it little early.
Yeah, that's a lot of things that I hear from a lot of students as well. So Shruti, you've been practicing for quite some time now. How long has it been since you've been practicing?
More than a year now.
More than a year at AthaYog. Okay, great. So I'm sure over the last 1 year, you had some tangible changes and some goal setting that you would have achieved last year. What is this year's plan for you when it comes to yoga?
On physical level, I want to move to advanced asanas now.
Okay.
On spiritual and mental level, I want to meditate
Okay.
regularly and increase the time
Increase the time of meditation.
of meditation.
Okay. Just before we go off, before we close off this conversation, I just want to speak about that one aspect, meditation, right? So, how do you feel? What is your experience when you meditate? Very briefly, if you can tell me.
As of now, because I'm a beginner, my thoughts are going in all the direction. I have to bring them back, and I'm finding it a little difficult to concentrate as of now.
Okay.
But after I finish it, even if it is not as I had thought it to be, I feel relaxed. I feel very relaxed.
Got it. So, what are the most distracting things during meditation? Is it the sounds? Is it the
Some episode which has happened yesterday,
Okay.
or something which has happened in the house, or yeah, as you mentioned, some sound, some kids are playing down.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay. So yeah, I think this is pretty common that we all experience.
Yeah.
What do you do to kind of silence all of that?
I focus on the breath.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, this thought has come. I have to leave it there.
Very nice.
And I have to bring it to bring my thought.
It's
to
that simple.
I am trying to do it. It is difficult to happen. I am sure it will take a lot of time. But I'm like, okay, I'll leave that thought there and let me focus on the breath for next 5 minutes.
Awesome. So that you continue to do, and
For 5 to 10 minutes, I try to do it.
wow, okay, that's so nice. We wish you all the best for your
you.
yogic journey, and always AthaYog is there for the place that you can continue learning with. Thank you so much for
Thank you
being
so
with
much.
us
Thank you.
in this program.